Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 of the Arrow Video Limited Edition sets. As I stated in the first video guys, I only have a certain percentage of these. I do not have nowhere close to all of them. Like I said, Arrow Video has been around for a long time pumping out these sets. I got to the ball game late. I only have what I have, but I'm always in search of adding to these sets, especially for the films that I love. Thankfully I do have what I have. Some of these are very hard to track down now. Once they go out of print, to buy them on the secondary market, it could be bad. I've had some bad experiences trying to track some of these down, and the prices that some of these sellers want for them is just unrealistic. So guys, we did the first 10 in part 1. I started with the Phantasm box set, ended with the Candyman limited edition set. So we're going to fire into part 2 right here with some Wes Craven goodness right here. And guys, this is the limited edition set of Wes Craven's The Hills Have Eyes. It's a great movie. I have a few Wes Craven box sets I'm going to show you. I like this film. As far as the limited edition sets goes that they have released of Wes Craven, this is by far my favorite Wes Craven film in that line. The next two are just kind of like for me, but I'm glad I got them though. I mean, it's Wes Craven films. What can you say? So. But guys, it's The Hills Have Eyes. I believe they printed a ton of these. I remember seeing these things go on eBay for like 20, 25 bucks. This was very easy to get your hands on. I went to a couple of different Fry's Electronics. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that store. But I was in there and I even saw that they had these just sitting on the shelf, which is fucking crazy. But usually I don't see stuff like that out in the wild. But yeah, The Hills Have Eyes. What can I say? Brand new 4K restoration. Film will probably never look any better than this right here. I believe they sold out of this not too long ago, and it went out of print. They do have a standalone release of it where you just get just the MRA case in the inside. You don't get the double-sided poster. I'm not even sure if you get those film cards in the inside or not. But yeah, I got a solid damn movie though. I like the hell out of this one. As for the next two, I mean, I couldn't say the same thing. They're alright. I'm glad I have them in a collection, and I like to go back to them every once in a while. But, yes, this one takes the cake for me, though. I would like to see them do more Wes Craven films and put them in limited edition sets. But it is what it is. We get what we get, guys. Sometimes we can't have it all. So, next one up. I meant to replace the case for this one. I just haven't done it yet. I'll get around to it, though. Can't believe my OCD didn't catch that. Anyway, guys, next up, this came out not too long ago. That is The Hills Have Eyes Part 2. Guys, this film is just... yeah, this definitely is not a home run film for me. I do know they have Hills Have Eyes Part 3. I believe that has Lance Henriksen in it, if I'm not mistaken. I still need to pick that up. I forgot what company put that out. I could have swore that was Code Red, for all I know. I don't know. We got the same thing. You get the MRA case with the movie in it. You get the booklet with it and the double-sided poster. I was fortunate enough to land this for a really good price because I didn't want to pay too much for it. But it's you know what, man? It's got one of my favorites in there, and that's Michael Berryman. I mean, without him, I probably wouldn't even have bothered watching this movie. It's been a little bit since I've seen this movie. I probably need to revisit it before I keep talking shit about it. But, guys, The Hills Have Eyes Part 2. At least you know it's available. I believe this set is still available. I doubt this one's sold out anytime soon. I don't think there's really... There could be some diehard fans out there for it, but I just don't really see it being a big number. Next up, guys, I got this one when it first came out. Found this on Amazon for a price that was so ridiculous I couldn't walk away from it. I think I paid $18 for this release, and for it being an Arrow Video limited edition release, 18 bucks, guys. It's a great fucking price. But that is The Last House on the Left. Of course, this is the original Wes Craven, The Last House on the Left. If you ask me, I kind of like the remake just a little bit better. But it's a gruesome fucking film right here. What's really cool about this set is for disc 3 we get a CD of the original motion picture soundtrack. I would love to see more companies do that. I know Screen Factory just did that with Green Inferno not too long ago. Blue Underground's been doing it with their three disc limited edition sets with the lenticular covers. I would definitely like to see Arrow Video, Scream Factory. I'd like to see all of them throw in the CD soundtracks. Now, of course, CDs are basically, I guess you could say they're defunct now, but there is collectors like us who do chase physical media that would like to have the CDs to these because we would like to listen to them. So that is a nice touch, though. I do like that fact about the this box set right here. Nice big book with it, double-sided poster, bunch of goodies. But guys, that is the last house on the left. Tell you one thing, this is just my personal opinion. The soundtrack they did use for this movie, though, however, there's this, I think it's the same artist, but he's got like 2 or 3 different songs that play in a loop during this movie, and it does not go with this movie well. I don't know what they were thinking at the time. Wes Craven's one of my favorite directors, but I don't know what the hell made them think that, hey, we should have this music playing in the background while we have these certain scenes going on, because that shit does not line up right. Not to me, anyways. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who love the soundtrack to that, love everything about that movie. I'm not trying to talk shit, guys. Different strokes, different folks. I agree with that, but just for me, it just didn't work. I've seen that movie numerous times. I revisited it again not too long ago, and as I was watching it, and I was listening to the soundtrack that's playing with that movie, I'm just like, what the fuck? It is what it is, though. Like I said, that's a 70s film too, so who knows exactly how much fucking acid was probably being eaten while they were putting that movie together. Alright guys, so here's number 4 right here. This is the limited edition set of Carrie. Unfortunately, guys, Scream Factory yesterday announced that this title from them is going out of print. They put out an amazing collector's edition set. I love this film, so I got that one. And then it was like a year later that Arrow Video announced this release. For this release, Arrow Video did use the 4K scan from Shout Factory for this release. So we do know at some points that Arrow Video and Scream Factory do collaborate with one another with sharing scans and so forth. Although the special features, I can tell you, do differ slightly. And this being one of my favorite films, just like Candyman from my last video, if it's one of my favorite films and these companies are putting these movies out, Scream Factory puts it out, Arrow Video puts it out, I'm going to buy both of them and put them on the shelf. Another company can come around and release this movie, I'd buy it again, especially if there's something like different with the supplemental material, a different scan. Could be some goodies in the inside that's just going to make me spring for it. I'll go for it. And guys, it's Carrie. I mean, who the fuck doesn't like this film? You asked me, I think it's one of Brian De Palma's, one of his better films. I just watched Blowout by Brian De Palma. I'm sorry, that film didn't do it for me that well. It was alright, but it definitely wasn't a fucking Carrie. But Sissy Spacek in here, man, she does a really good job. And not to mention her fucking mom in this movie. That woman's batshit crazy. That's what sells the movie, though. I grew up with this movie. I was at a really young age, probably shouldn't have been turned loose with the content that I was turned loose with as a kid, but I always had a thing for Stephen King books, especially like Christine, Pet Sematary, Carrie was one of them, but yeah, I got to see this movie on the first time when I was a fucking kid, and it blew me away, and it scared the shit out of me, but just like Candyman did, it's just one of those things that had its everlasting impact, so I started collecting Scream Factory. I started collecting right when they were releasing that Carrie set, and then a year later, Arrow Video was like, "Hey, we're putting out ours," so I grabbed it. That's a great set, guys. Double-sided poster. You get a book in there with it. The MRA case. It's got the film cards in it, guys. I do believe that this one's out of print. I had to pay a pretty good little bit of money just to get this one. I think it was like $45 to get it. I waited too long and went out of print, but they do sell the standalone release now with the Emery case with the disc in it. So, alright guys, that was number 4. So here's number 5. I don't want to spill too long about this one. It's probably going to happen though. So just bear with me. Alright guys, here's one right here that just goes for fucking stupid money. I don't know how it is right now, especially since Arrow Video did do a re-releasing of it. But guys, this is Creepshow 2, the limited edition set. I believe this one right here is the US set, and they made one that was kind of like a purplish one. And I think the purplish one was the Canadian set. I could have those backwards. For all I know, this might be the Canadian set, and the purplish one might be the North American set. Have no clue, but I'm telling you, as soon as these things went out of print, they were selling for stupid money. Unfortunately, another one I got late to the game. I had to spend like 45, 50 bucks just to get this one. Thankfully I did, because it wasn't probably just a couple months after I paid 50 bucks for mine, I started seeing stupid prices on it. And the prices for these things are ridiculous. I know Arrow Video just re-released these sets. I think there's like this teal color one that looks better than this one, hands down. I love the hell out of this set. I love this film, but that presentation, the color scheme they used for the teal set, I will admit looks 10 times better than the one I'm holding in my hand. But I am thankful that I do have this one. It's got a book in there. Unfortunately, I don't think this one came with a poster. I don't think so. But yeah, guys, that's Creepshow 2. Who hasn't seen that film? It was nice to see Scream Factory release Creepshow 1, their collector's edition box set, and they kind of imitated this set just a little bit, like, as far as packaging anyway. And we saw them do that as well with their Nightbreed set too, which that's another one I have coming up here in a minute. So guys, that was Creepshow 2. That was number 5 on this one. Next one up has got to be my favorite werewolf film of all time. I don't think there's a werewolf film that could even come close to knocking this out of the park. I do like Joe Dante's The Howling. Grew up with that film as well. Love the hell out of it. But this one right here, John Landis, he was on a whole other fucking level when he put this movie together, and not to mention having Rick Baker at his side to do the effects. And man, what can be said about this film that hasn't been said already? Absolutely fucking nothing. It's perfect in every way, and that is American Werewolf in London. Great set. This one and the next one is one I ordered off of Arrow Video UK. Got a really good deal at the time. It was during the pre-order. Long story short, I ordered both of them at the same time. They were both coming out around the same time. Basically got a tracking number. When I finally got my package, one of the limited edition sets had fell out, and they just resealed the package. And this one was in there, but the other one was missing. And I'll show that one to you here in a minute, because I had to contact them and go through a bunch of bullshit to get that fixed. But guys, this is a great fucking set. Double-sided poster, nice book, a very good detailed book, and the special features on this thing. If you have just the regular released Blu-ray or that steel book that they came out with, the regular studio presses, those are great, and that's all good. But I'm telling you, if you want the ultimate fan edition of going behind the scenes, interviews, fucking special features on here is loaded, guys. And as American Werewolf in London, I'm sure that this one by now, especially being this film, it's most likely it's out of print. So to get this secondhand, you probably have to pay a little bit of money. But with the notoriety of this film, and much as love as I have for this film, it's one of those where it wouldn't be a question for me. I'd pay above retail for this thing in a heartbeat. And love the hell out of it. Yeah, it is. It's my favorite werewolf movie of all time. I can't think of anything that comes close to it. I love the hell out of Dog Soldiers. I love The Howling. Shit, man, Silver Bullet. I love them, but when it comes to a werewolf movie, it's got to be this one. If you're gonna do a werewolf marathon night and this fucking movie's not in that marathon is shit. So that's just my opinion, guys. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are like watching this video being like, dude, like that movie's alright, but the other ones you was talking down about, those are the fucking movies I like. Different strokes, different folks. Like I said, I love all those other movies too, but there's something about American Werewolf in London. I watched that movie when shit, man, I was very young watching that movie, and that transformation scene, that shit was took my breath away. Never forget that moment for seeing that transformation scene. And as I got a little older, especially when I was younger, I really didn't know kind of what was going on in a lot of that movie. But as I got older, I really appreciated the scene where they're first being attacked by that werewolf too. They're like in England or something like that, walking around this really desolate area in the middle of the night. I love how that's shot. When I look at it now, I'm like, God, that cinematography is beautiful. And not to mention his friend Jack, who keeps reappearing, and every time he reappears, he just looks worse and worse because he's basically dead. He's just deteriorating scene by scene. And, Rick Baker is fucking phenomenal. I think the special effects that he did for that movie makes him a legend in my book. But next up, guys. So like I said, I ordered 2 from Amazon UK when they were first up for pre-order. They sent the package out. Of course, they didn't package it very well, and I guess the end of the package came open. One of the fucking limited editions came out, fell out, and they just didn't put it back in, so they just sent me that one. So I had to contact, I had to go through Amazon UK and be like, hey, y'all sent me some shit that wasn't all there, so you need to send me another one. It was this one. It was Nightbreed, the limited edition set. I bought both versions that Scream Factory put out. I bought the deluxe one, and I also bought the standalone release with the slipcover, which is a really nice standalone release. But they didn't brand it as a collector's edition. But I got both of those, both the posters, the alternate slip, all that good shit. And loved the hell out of this film, so of course I had to grab the limited edition set. I don't want to get into this too much, but we all know that Clive Barker, for some reason, seems that there's a never-ending amount of different versions of Nightbreed, whether you want to call it the Cabal cut. I don't really want to get into all this, guys, but I remember at one point he was even doing this campaign where he was only selling so many copies of the Cabal cut, which was like first time to Blu-ray ever, and he was charging like $200 or some shit, like $150, $200 or something like that for this thing that came with like 2 posters, a pen, the Blu-ray, all this other shit. But between what I already have from Scream Factory, which is that deluxe kit that includes the director's cut, the theatrical cut, the book, the standalone release with that slipcover, and plus this one, I'm good on this film now. I'm probably not going to buy this film again. I say that and I watch somebody else say that they got a different cut, a different version, better supplemental material, new interviews about the different cuts. Who knows? But guys, I'm telling you, I'm about done buying different copies of this movie. Not to mention the VHSs, the DVDs, and everything else. This is a great fucking film, but I am tired of buying this movie. This is a great release, though. Love the hell out of it. Awesome double-sided poster, a book, and guys, I don't know if this is available or not anymore. You just have to take a look. Like I said, it was one of those things where it popped up, and I knew they were going to release it, and I was like, okay, I'm going to pre-order this fucking movie, and then I'm done. So, and that was it. I haven't really seen it much since then. So, if you guys are interested in that, please check Arrow UK to see if they have any more available or anything. But if they don't, it's probably one of those things you're going to have to get on the secondary market for. Alright guys, next up, this was released not too long ago. They did a great job with this set. I think I think everybody bought this fucking set. Not only that, they released a steelbook of this as well. I even saw the steelbook of this at Best Buy, so it's been distributed. I even saw a couple of these at Fry's Electronics when I went last time. That is the Robocop limited edition set. What can I say about Robocop? Everybody's seen this fucking film. If you haven't, you're living under a fucking rock. And that must be a pretty huge fucking rock, because I just don't really think there's nobody out there who hasn't seen this. In this box, guys, you get the director's cut and the theatrical cut. I'm sure anybody who's watching this video, you guys have definitely probably bought this set. Or if you're just not interested in Robocop, you know that of its existence. But, yeah, guys, shit, man, double-sided poster. That's one big fat book that's inside this set. 2-disc set with art cards on the inside. They packed this bitch full. So guys, that is the Robocop set. Like I said, there was a steelbook, the Arrow Video released of it, and that was a Region A, so they had those things at Best Buy. They had a whole shelf full of them. I didn't even bother buying the steelbooks. I was happy with that limited edition set. And I was trying to think. I think I might have got that from Jesse at Diabolic DVD. I think it was like $35 or something. We're going to go ahead and knock the rest of these out in this one video. Next up, guys, now this is a monumental film. I was so glad to see Arrow Video release this. I couldn't say enough great things about this fucking film. That is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, guys. This is a monumental film for me. Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro in this movie fucking tear this movie up. Oh, shit. What can be said about this film? You know, I seen what was that? Where the Buffalo Roam, I believe that was. Bill Murray, great fucking film. And I'd seen this movie a long time ago. I think I was about, could have been like maybe 19 or 20 when I saw this movie. And this was definitely a trip for me watching it then. I mean, as soon as this movie comes on, that convertible in the desert just fucking hauling ass down the road, you pretty much know in the first couple minutes what you're getting yourself into. For anybody who's seen the animated movie Rango, if you have kids, I'm pretty sure you've seen it. It was a movie that was released, it's been a couple years now, probably about 10 years, maybe. there's a little spoof in that movie where they pay homage to this. The lizard, the gecko, or whatever it is, he's come out of the aquarium, fell out of the car, he's flying down the road, he splats on the windshield of a convertible. And in an animated version, they show like an animated version of Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro from Fearloathing in Las Vegas. I think that was purposely put there by Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp's always been really good friends with Hunter S. Thompson, all the way up until he passed away, of course. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think Johnny Depp paid to have his ashes blown out of a cannon over this remote area of the desert that Hunter S. Thompson had owned. So Johnny Depp definitely had a very close friendship with Hunter S. Thompson. Hunter S. Thompson was the writer of this movie. Guys, if you haven't seen this movie, stop watching this fucking channel, watching this video, turn this shit off, go watch Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Arrow Video did a great job of this release. It's a brand new 4K restoration, double-sided poster, book, art cards, the whole 9 yards. I was very happy to get this. It wasn't too long ago. I got this a couple months back. When this finally came to my porch and I opened it up, I come in this room and I went over every feature of this box, watched the film again. Love the hell out of it. Highly recommend that. Stack's getting a little big, guys, so we're gonna go over here a little bit. I think this one just recently went out of print, guys, and that is which is set, believe it or not. I have dug into it a little bit. I need to revisit it. It's been a minute. But guys, this is George A. Romero's Between Night and Dawn. These are the films, of course, that he did between Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead. I will tell you, I believe that there is one film that's missing from this box set, and that would be Martin, because he did shoot Martin before he did Dawn of the Dead. I'm assuming. I've heard numerous times, I've heard numerous stories that he shot Martin after, but I believe he shot Martin before Dawn of the Dead. I could be wrong on that. Have to do a little bit more homework. But guys, this is a great set. They released this in North America, and you see the stamp on here. I did get the Region B set, which is all region. It doesn't really even matter. But in this set, you get there's always Vanilla from 1971, Season of the Witch 1972, and the original Crazies 1973. And, that's a great set. Get all three films right there in their own emery cases. You get a book with it. And guys, like I said, I believe this recently just went out of print not too long ago. So to get it now, it's probably going to cost you a little bit of money. But it's a great set to own. George A. Romero is one of my favorite directors, especially that that Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. That is just an amazing trilogy. Love the hell out of it. Like a lot of the other George A. Romero movies. Martin, that is a great film. Love it. I was very fortunate enough to get the DVD window set of Martin from Arrow Video. Had to pay a pretty good penny for it because it's been long out of print. But I finally got it. And not to mention, when George A. Romero, they were trying to secure their rights again. Because basically Night of the Living Dead was just public domain for so long. So they had to do a remake, I guess just to try to establish rights again for the original Night of the Living Dead. But he tagged Tom Savini to direct the 1990 remake of Night of the Living Dead, and Tom Savini did a fucking awesome job. I don't think that movie gets enough notoriety as it should get. Not only that, but we got Tony Todd in that movie who plays a great fucking character. Everything about that movie works. I could put that movie right beside the George A. Romero's original Night of the Living Dead and that remake, and that's a great double feature night, and I've done it plenty of times, and it goes so good. Love it. Next up, guys, I just recently got this in not too long ago. I think I basically took the cellophane off of it, took a look at it to make sure everything was okay and was in there, and I stuck it on the shelf and just haven't got around to it. But guys, that is Beyond the Door. I believe I got this one from Mike at Grindhouse Video Tampa. Guys, if you're unfamiliar with Grindhouse Video Tampa, please check that website out. The guy who runs that store, his name is Mike. He is a very awesome guy. He makes a video every Sunday for Facebook, showing what he's just got in and what he has available, giving you some good information. And he's great to do business with. But I got this one from him. I think I might have paid, $30 for that. And just wanted to grab it. I don't know nothing of the film. I remember I did watch it one time. I think Code Red or somebody had put this film out. And I remember watching it with a buddy or something. I just don't really, one of those nights where I just don't really remember a whole lot of shit. had a few beers and just don't remember. But from what I hear from everybody else, it's basically one of those films that's just trying to ride on the coattails of The Exorcist. I could be wrong, but that's what I hear a lot from a lot of other people. But got a nice big book in there, double-sided poster, and of course the MRA case inside there. So if I'm not mistaken, guys, that might still be available. So please, check into it. The set I'm holding is region A, B, and C, but I believe that this was, I think it was distributed everywhere. I could be wrong on that though, but who knows? But just can't say too much about it because I haven't fucking watched it. But I'll dig into it and get into it sooner or later. Next up, guys, this is one hell of a big budget movie that bombed like hell, but I like it. And that is Kevin Costner in Waterworld. I was fortunate enough to get the limited edition set before it was gone. I did see that they released it as a standalone release, and they actually had it with a slipcover, which that's pretty cool. Gives collectors something to go after. Got the book in there, double-sided poster. Guys, if I'm not mistaken, so what we got? We got the theatrical cut on disc 1. Disc 2 has the TV cut, and disc 3 is the Ulysses cut. So there's like 3 different cuts to this film, which is the extended European cut. But yeah, guys, I might definitely dig into this a little bit more than what I did. I think when I first got it, I probably popped it in and watched the theatrical cut. I just remember always hearing that this movie costs crazy money to make. The amount of money they threw at this film to try to solve its problems, its writing, its production, anything you could think of. They went over budget so badly. And then when they finally released it in the theaters, from what I'm hearing, it kind of holds one of those watermarks for one of those films that just bombed really bad. And the studio was like, holy shit, like we spent a ton of fucking money on this movie. And they didn't get nowhere close their return back on it. Usually with these production companies, if they're going to spend $50 million or $100 million on a movie, they're going to try to make at least $200 million back on that movie just to say that they got a good profit. Whenever they spend that much money and they only make like $20 million back on it, they're like, holy fuck. So I'm pretty sure there was this shit probably cost some people their jobs, that's for sure. But guys, anyway, that is Waterworld. I have to dig into the other cuts of that film. Don't really know much about it, but Arrow Video did a fucking awesome job. They put 3 cuts to that movie, all 3 cuts in that release. And if you missed out on this, you can still get the standalone release with the slipcover. All right. Next up, guys, this is a great release right here. I did get the Region B. I didn't get the Region A of this because it had already sold out, but I got the Region B release of it, and I'm fine with that. I'm all regions, so none of that shit really matters to me anyway. This is a great film. I love the hell out of this. This is Richard Kelly, right? Yeah, Richard Kelly. Donnie Darko. Saw this movie for the first time probably like maybe 10 years ago. This fucking movie was out there. I loved the hell out of it. Jake Gyllenhaal played one crazy-ass character. You see Patrick Swayze in this. I think that's Jake Gyllenhaal's sister, which is Maggie Gyllenhaal, which is in here. Plays his sister in the movie, ironically. I love the hell out of this movie, though, and I was glad to get this set. Guys, basically just the J card has a little pocket on it that holds on there. And as you can tell, guys, you get all kinds of goodies right there. You got your theatrical cut, the director's cut, and you get one nice book. And they did a great job with that set. I slept on this set for a little bit. They did release it here in America for a Region A release. I didn't get around to picking it up, and of course it sold out. Went for crazy money. Found somebody on eBay selling a Region B copy that I'm holding in my hand right here. This one is complete, had everything in it, and of course it had the J card with it, which usually people are just going to throw those away anyway. Fortunately, they held on to it, and I picked this up for a really good price. I think I might pay like $30 for this at that time. So guys, that is Donnie Darko. I love the hell out of that movie. Guys, if you're interested in this title, they do have it as a standalone release. I just don't know whether the standalone release only has the theatrical or director's cut, or they put both of them in there. I'm not sure. You have to take a peek at the specs on the back of that standalone release and see what you're getting. But hopefully that helps you out there a little bit. I hate to end the video with this one, but this is the last one, and unfortunately I just have not seen it. I believe this is Jack Hill. Jack Hill went on to make movies, the movie Pit Stop, and I recently watched Spider Baby. Very young Sid Haig in that movie. And I love the hell out of Spider Baby. I need to pick up Pit Stop and give that a try, and I need to look at this one. It's been sitting on the shelf for a while. But guys, that is Bloodbath. The seller I bought this from on eBay, he did send it to me new, but it's kind of hard to see some of the imperfection, I guess, through the cellophane. But there is some minor imperfections to this. This is one of those flimsy kind of cases. It's not really thick like the Fearloathings and the Robocops and all that good stuff. A little flimsy, but you get a double-sided poster, a book, and the Emery case inside there. Like I said, guys, I haven't watched this movie yet. I believe this film is from 1966, and Jesus Christ, I don't know how many cuts are in here, but the run times down here are just all over the place. 95 minutes, 81 minutes, 62 minutes, and 79 minutes. So I'm not sure what the hell that is. Got this for a really good price on eBay. I know nothing of it. I just remember looking at eBay and somebody had this sitting there. I think it was like 16 bucks, and I'm like, it's Arrow Video. It's a movie called Bloodbath. It's worth the 16 bucks to at least check it out, even if I don't like it. So I went ahead and just scooped it up and put it on the shelf. It's been sitting there ever since. I need to definitely get around to that. Like I said, guys, I did watch Jack Hill's Spider Baby for the first time. I think that was about a year or two ago. I've watched that movie numerous times since. I love the hell out of that movie. Definitely want to pick up. I think he made another film that Arrow Video released called Pit Stop. And I believe Sid Haig also acts in that movie too. So I need to check it out. But guys, we're right after the 31-minute mark. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Like I said, I don't have, nowhere close to all of them. Probably don't even have nowhere close to half of their limited edition sets. There are some really important ones that I want. Of course, that Phenomena limited edition set and that Videodrome set is two that I really want them. And of course, the more I'm getting into the Argento films, I would love to have the limited edition sets of Deep Red, Bird with the Crystal Plumage, Cat o' Nine Tails. And there's just so much more. Just those things get a little expensive though. Once they go out of print and they sell out, they sell the availability of what they have left. As soon as they're out of print, they're on especially like eBay and stuff for just crazy money. It's hard to pick that stuff up sometimes, or pay the price for what they're wanting. But guys, that'll be it for the Arrow Video limited edition sets. I'm trying to look over and make sure I didn't forget anything. In part one, I damn near almost forgot my my Hellraiser Scarlet box set. So I believe that might be it though. I do have, I'm not sure if that's a limited edition set or not, but I do have the Fantastic Factory. That's a DVD set, got 4 films in it. But I'm not sure if that would be what you would call a limited edition set. Not sure. But I definitely wanted to show you the ones that, the ones for the Blu-ray releases anyway. So, anyway guys, that was it. That was part 2. If you missed part 1, please feel free to go back and check that part. I showed 10 in that one, and for this one I showed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I showed 14 in this one, and I showed 10 in that one. So as you can see, I got 24 of these sets, and so got 2 dozen of them. And I'm telling you, Arrow Video does a great job with these limited edition sets. Whenever they announce these things, people get very excited about them. We also have a lot of scalpers that buy up a lot of them at once, and then just sit there and wait for them to sell out, and then they get on the secondary market and they try to push them for obscene prices. But supply and demand, that's always a thing. So, but guys, hopefully you enjoyed both parts of this, and if you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. Guys, if you have any of these from part 1, part 2, hit me up in the comment section. Let me know which one's your favorites, which ones are you looking into getting. Is there any feature on any of these that's just like, oh, you got to check that out? Like that totally, that blows that release out of the water. That's what makes it so unique and special. But guys, just hit me up in the comment section. Love conversing with you all. And as always, guys, until the next video, stay safe and be careful.